Three, two, one. Blast off. And welcome to the Cosmic Cafe Show, where the paranormal is normal. This is our new live evening edition. Today's date is December 21st, 2015. Yes, boys and girls, just 4 more days. Yes, to some big major event on the 25th. And over the next few minutes, we are going to highlight what we feel are the best in space, UFOs, aliens, abductions, Bigfoot, ghosts and hauntings. And we have, as a very special guest, Bob Evans, our expert on the Anunnaki, their planet, the planet Nibiru, also known as Planet X. It's all coming up on today's show. So hang in there, because the cafe's daily specials, here they come. I want to say, just before I get to the daily specials, we will be off air Thursday and Friday in observance of that big day, that Christmas holiday, that happy holidays Christmas holiday. Alrighty. Okay, so moving along, I see I lost Bob on the line. Let me just ring Bob through, because he must have hung up on himself. So hopefully he's there. I don't see Bob. Let's see here. Bob, are you there?
Yes, I am. Sorry about that.
Okay, go ahead and put yourself on mute. We got a couple of minutes till we get to you as part of the show. I got a few stories to cover, so we'll be right with you. But I saw we lost the line, so I wanted to make sure we reestablished the line. So moseying along to our top stories. Let's get on over to our top stories. Yes, that handsome gentleman right there is Bob Evans, sitting across from me at the original Cosmic Cafe. You may remember from season 1, we had that really cool black set and everything, and that's Bob on set there, just to kind of jog your memory. And there's another picture of him when he visited us just recently at our new virtual set, the HD set, and pretty exciting stuff. It's great show that we did with Bob there as well. In fact, that one is now just a couple of weeks ago, just went streaming live on our website, cosmiccafeshow.com. So as you may remember, in season 1, he talked about leaked NASA photos. And in season 2, he was talking about Planet Nibiru, and he's got some really great stuff. Sent me a new picture as of today out of Germany. So I think this is the first time it's ever going to be broadcast. So really looking forward to showing that to all y'all. All y'all. See, I learned something while I was in Florida. I learned how to talk Southern. All right, drum roll. Yes, I should probably get a drum roll effect. But announcing our winners from last week's giveaway. We gave away 4 Amazon Fire tablets, and hopefully many of you that are listening now are ones that participated in that giveaway. And we would like to congratulate here and now 4 very lucky ladies: Jennifer Foote, Debbie Gibson. Now, I'm not sure if that's the famous singer. I mean, wouldn't that be awesome if the famous singer Debbie Gibson actually won one of my Fire tablets? That'd be amazing. So hopefully so. But even if not, I'm sure she's just a fantastic lady. Amanda Sutton and Katrina Foss. So yay! Congratulations to the 4 of you for having uber good luck and winning one of 4 of those tablets. So we restarted the giveaway today, and because I mean, it was clearly very, very popular, so we decided to do that again. All you have to do, we'll get into the details later, but basically sign into your Amazon account, sign into your Twitter account, and follow Cosmic Cafe Show. How easy is that? So like I said, we'll get into the further details a little bit later, but make sure you get your friends on social media also, so that way they can hear Bob Evans, who'll be here as long as he doesn't hang up on himself again here in another couple of minutes. Make sure they go to cosmiccafeshow.com/live. That way they can get all the details. And real quick before we mosey along, I should congratulate the first 2 winners from the contest we started today. So there's 2 winners, and hey, that's like Chuck Woolery, 2 and 2. There's 2 winners, and there's 2 more winners coming up hopefully tomorrow. The way that's going, I mean, Lisa, La Rose, and Kaylee, I think Kaylee Zemba? Yeah, 2 more. I mean, the ladies have all the ladies' luck. This is amazing. Come on, guys. We need to get some guys in there, right? Get a couple of guy winners. I mean, the ladies that's like 6 lady winners in a row. That's like good karma for my show. I love it. All right, so let's move on to our space and UFO category today. And first up on today's UFO and space headlines, well, SpaceX overcame their streak of bad luck, and they successfully launched their new and improved, little quotey fingers there, Falcon 9 today at their new location at Kennedy Space Center in Florida. And as you may remember, there we go. The slides were not working correctly. Earlier this month, as many of you may remember, I was part of the small NASA social media group, which was getting VIP tours and behind the scenes stuff over there at NASA Kennedy Space Center. And we also got to visit the new SpaceX facility, which is kind of a refab of where they used to shoot off yes, you're about ready to hear me say, you probably reading my mind. You probably know what's going to come out of my mouth, don't you? I can just read it, and I can just see it right there. I'm like psychic. You knew I was going to say space shuttle, huh? Yeah, that's pretty freaking awesome, huh? All right, well, congratulations to Elon Musk and all the great folks and engineers and scientists over at SpaceX. We are so happy that you were able to get it off the ground today and successfully return part of the launch vehicle for future use. So you guys are rocking. I just wish I was there in Florida to have watched that today. All right, so coming up for our aliens and extraterrestrials categories, we have thanks, first of all, to Miguel Canessa for posting this link on YouTube, which features and poses the question, are the so-called grays, get the little quotey fingers out there again, are the so-called grays just one of many races of extraterrestrials? The bigger question is really, how many races of aliens and extraterrestrials are or have visited our planet? And how much influence do they have, or did they have? So go check it out. And you know what? I'll tell you how to do that in just a moment, if you don't already know. Many of the regular watchers already know what I'm going to say. So hey, from our not a real, I liked how my voice cracked right there. Hey! Can you see the excitement in my voice? From our not a real sponsor category, Golden Gate Domains, which is actually a real sponsor because we own Golden Gate Domains, and it is a reseller of the very popular GoDaddy services. So basically, everything's the same. Bob Evans just hung up on himself again, by the way, folks. We'll get him back here in a moment. Good thing I got a little more patter for you. He probably got bored and just decided to hang up. No, he's in a really bad spot. Bad cell connection. So anyways, get your domain and hosting today. So now, moseying along to our alien experiencer category. Let me answer Bob. Hi, Bob.
Sorry.
You're back just in time to hear our alien and experiencer category. I explained to everybody that you have a really bad cell connection where you're at, but you're struggling through it with the storm. We're actually having a storm here in California. For those of you who are watching this and are not in California, I know California's gone through like 4 years of massive drought, but now we're kind of today this last week, and especially today, we've been getting barraged by rain, which is a wonderful thing because we so desperately need it. But anyways, back to my alien abduction category, or the experiencer category. Thanks to eBooks Habit. Now wait. This can't be right. I mean, what's this guy's six-pack abs have to do with being abducted by aliens? Okay, wait. All right. The aliens abduct you and they help you lose weight? Yeah? No? Yeah? I like that yeah category. That'd be like, please abduct me. Anyways, yeah, I see now. Okay, it's a friggin' romance novel about getting abducted by some very sexy, I guess, get the little quotey things out there, very sexy aliens. Okay. Oh, I almost snorted there. I'm like almost never snorted. I got Bob laughing. Bob laughs at almost nothing. All right, so moving on, folks. I'll try and keep this show as serious as I can, I swear. All right, so for our Bigfoot category, I'm super excited by this. I really love this because on Friday, we really had nothing worthy of mentioning. So, we kind of just hashed the George Lucas story about having a legit Bigfoot actually portray Chewbacca in the original Star Wars. If you didn't see that, go check it out on Thursday or Friday. I kind of did it both days. But look at this. Over the weekend, thanks to Live Science, we have this amazing map of the best places to possibly spot the big fella. Yeah, I love it. All right, so thanks so much to Live Sciences. That's pretty freaking awesome. All right, now I'm super excited by this has been a great day for me for doing the news, and I got Bob on the line as well. So, ghosts and hauntings category. Thanks to Adam Savage, yes, the Adam Savage verified account from Ghostbuster, Mythbuster fame. Well, I think I just got defriended. Anyways, thanks to Adam Savage, who probably just defriended me, for posting this tweet about his haunted or sweaty, he did say that in his quote, he said he might be sweaty, towel dispenser. Apparently, this towel dispenser is dispensing towels without like anybody being around it or waving the sensor or anything. And he's like, he posted that because he thought it was pretty weird. And he showed the picture of it like dispensing the towel. So, okay, I can totally geek out right now and say, I never thought I'd be doing a paranormal TV show and making a reference to Adam. I'm giddy. Thanks again, Adam. Love you. Love the Mythbusters and that guy in that weird beret hat guy thing too with the walrus mustache. Yeah, he's a pretty cool dude too. Yeah, I know. I'm like completely sucking up to Adam. Oh, hey, Adam, before I forget, if you need me to send my friends over, from Alameda Paranormal Researchers, just let me know. They're really great at getting rid of ghosts and tracking them and all that good stuff. So I'm sure they'd be more than happy to take a break from chasing the ghosts on the Nimitz and come over and chase Mythbuster ghosts. Hey, they could be... Anyways, I think I better stop. All right, if you've enjoyed these stories and you want to find out more about them, you want to get the links, you want to, do your own research, you want to read up whatever it is that you need to do, you want to find out who posted them, whatever it is, all you need to do, this is all you need to do. I make it so easy for you, my friends. Go to Twitter, go to and just type in search CCS Live hashtag. That's all you need to do. That's all you need to do. So easy. All right, as I mentioned earlier about the contest, one of 4 of these Amazon Fire tablets, you might be able to win one, and this is how. All you have to do is follow the 3 easy steps. For Bob, who can't see me right now, I got 3 fingers up right now. So 1, you have to log into your Amazon account. 2, you have to log into your Twitter account. And 3, you have to just follow us at Cosmic Cafe Show on Twitter. That's it. That's so simple. Also, you do want to make sure you tell all your friends about it, because 1 out of every 1,000 new followers of the Cosmic Cafe Show will win a tablet. And this is all going to happen before Monday, December 28th. Now, like I said, we posted this contest today, this morning, and we've already given away 2. So there's only 2 left. I did check. There are 2 left as of the time of this broadcast. So get out there, get social with us, tell all your friends, family, tell them to follow us as well. Hopefully you'll be the lucky one that actually has the good enough karma to win this fire tablet. These are really hot items too. They are really nice, actually. So anyways, what else did I want to say about that? Oh, really important, because this is not like one of those cheesy giveaway scams where we then charge you like $1 million to ship it to you and stuff. No. All the taxes, all the shipping, it's all paid by us. All you have to do is just let Amazon ship it to you. It's all free. Amazon handles everything. They even handle all your privacy details and everything like that. So your privacy is assured, and you're not going to get stuck with a bunch of taxes and shipping fees. No way. We're not going to do that. So with that, let me go ahead and get over here. We have Bob Evans on the phone with us. And Bob, I have a still picture of you. Bob was going to Skype in, and we were going to let him look at you with his pretty eyes and everything. But unfortunately, because of the bad connection, the bad internet connection where Bob's at, we had to scrap the whole thing. It's due to the storm. Normally, Bob has a good connection. But unfortunately, with the way the storm's going over there in his neck of the woods, he had to bail on the Skype. And so that's why I have him on my speaker phone. So hopefully the audio is not the most ideal in the world, but hopefully y'all will be able to hear him okay. I got the speaker pretty close to the microphone. So Bob, they ought to be able to hear you A-okay, hopefully not too overmodulated. Why don't you go ahead and say hello to everyone while I take a quick swig of water.
Hello, everybody on the Cosmic Cafe Show.
Yeah, make sure you get the name right, okay? I know you do a lot of interviews and everything. That would be embarrassing.
Yes, it would be Cosmic Cafe Show.
Yes.
Not Anunnaki or whatever. Yes.
Yeah.
It is really coming down here in Pacifica, California, I swear.
I can imagine. Well, hey, let me just real quickly, for all the people that may have tuned in a little bit late and they didn't catch the brief summary about you earlier, let me just get everybody up to speed. Let me see. I lost my play. You've been on our nationally syndicated broadcast TV show 2 times now. The first time was in season 1 with your leaked NASA photos, which got you into tad bit of trouble, and hopefully if everything works correctly here, I'll be able to show people a clip of that. And most recently for season 2, you were released, or you escaped the Men in Black of the trouble. Well, people will see what happened. and then you're gonna talk about Planet Nibiru on the episode that's running right now. So we'll make sure that hopefully if everything works correctly, everybody will be able to see those little clips. But you have some pretty exciting stuff out of Germany. Do you want to talk about that to start with, or do you want me to show some clips of you on the show?
If you can show the photographs from Germany, they were taken today on a webcam.
Okay, hang on a moment. Let me pull that up. That is let me get you here. There. Okay, now I have it up. Let me just, it's getting obstructed. So, yeah, just keep talking.
Yes, the photograph clearly shows either, I can't remember the time that's shown at the top of the photograph. It's either sunrise or sunset, and you clearly have 2 of these things in the skies over Germany.
I'm zooming it up a little bit. So I'm looking at the photo now, and I'm having a little bit of trouble discerning exactly where you're talking about.
Okay, I'm trying to find it on my webpage right now. The photograph, okay, it's in Germany. You're looking at it's a clear picture. You're seeing two bright spots, one to the left, one to the right on the horizon.
Oh, okay. Gotcha.
And then the other picture is where it's been reversed to show that it's actually a thing that's being seen. It's a gray background with dark blue and red, showing where this one is our sun, one is not our sun, one's the planet Nibiru.
Okay.
Yes. It's becoming more and more obvious to more and more people. A lot of this stuff has been hidden by the chemtrails. A lot of your listeners probably have looked up in the sky and they see a high-flying plane leaving a huge trail that goes for miles and miles and miles, and that spreads out left and right. It does not disappear like a contrail, which is what a jet airliner normally leaves, and it slowly disappears. These, they just kind of differ off to both sides, and they fill the sky. And a lot of people, including myself, we believe that the chemtrails are actually hiding this stuff in our skies. And as we're rotating towards it, it's going to become more and more clear to everyone around the planet right now. People over in China have been seeing it. People over in Italy have been seeing it, over Scotland, over England, over South Carolina, up in Washington State. It's becoming more and more clear to everyone that this thing is in our skies. And it's not supposed to be there. We're not supposed to be seeing two suns in the sky. We're not supposed to be seeing two moons at nighttime in different parts around the planet.
But just to be clear for the audience, they're seeing like what they think might be two suns, a big sun, the normal sun that we're used to, and then a smaller sun. But that's actually not a sun; it's a planet. It's not on fire or anything like that. It's just reflecting the light, kind of like the moon reflects light.
Exactly. The planet Nibiru, it has gold, really fine gold mist in its atmosphere to reflect our sun's radiation, just like any of our spacecraft has gold on the outside of it to protect the electronics. You know, everyone, I'm quite sure, has seen our space probes going this way or that way, and they have gold leaf on the outside of them. Well, that protects the electronics from the sun's radiation. In the same effect, the Anunnaki put gold in their atmosphere because every 3,000-something years it comes inward and orbits around our sun and goes back out into the far reaches where it's actually orbiting a brown dwarf, which is very, very small in color, but gives off heat. So they had to put gold in their atmosphere to survive each time it comes through. But each time it comes through, it rips part of the atmosphere, so they need more gold. That's why they came to the Earth in the first place about 450,000 years ago. They needed the gold to protect their planet. And they've never left.
So that gold kind of works like just for a crude example, kind of like gold reflective sunglasses.
Exactly. It protects the planet and the inhabitants of the planet. Each time it comes through, orbits around our big sun, and goes back out to orbit around its normal small brown dwarf. See, NASA imaged the brown dwarf sun that we call Nemesis back in 2007, 2008, but they've kept very quiet around it. The brown dwarf has 6 planets and one dwarf planet called Sedna. And anyone who's gone into an astronomy program you click on the dwarf planets, you click on Sedna, and you'll see it has this gigantic orbit all around our solar system. Well, that's because it's orbiting around the brown dwarf, not our sun.
And since we don't have the Skype connection, I think you were going to put up some of those images. So I'll just remind everybody that you went into pretty good detail, especially in the most recent episode, season 2, episode 3, that's streaming on our website. And we have some great images and everything of that right there. And then, of course, there's always your website, which is
starshipsaroundthesun.com. It shows a lot of things, plus it also shows the huge ships that NASA has caught coming into our solar system on a daily basis.
And don't worry, folks, if you didn't catch that website address, no problem. Just go to Cosmic Cafe Show, click on Bob, guest Bob Evans, or just click on the current show, and there's the link for his website right there for you. So make it real easy for you.
Or Facebook, Robert H. Evans Jr. I've been tracking this thing for several years. I've had to really delve into ancient history. This thing has been here several times. Anyone who's ever seen the movie 2012, I know you all remember the part where you see the monk sitting in his monastery and he feels the wind going past him, and then he turns around and he sees the oceans coming over the mountains. That actually goes back to 2,900 BC, give or take. It was from the ancient Chinese Emperor Yao, where it came out of the constellation of Ying, and it caused the oceans to top the high mountains of China. And it caused him to send 4 teams out to find out where south, north, east, and west. That's a pole shift. Okay?
Oh, right, yeah.
And then the next one was Noah's flood, which was about 12,900 years ago, which caused a huge flood to go across the entire planet. That was a pole shift again. And then the next time was during the exodus of the Hebrews out of Egypt, about 1627 to 1558 BC. And an Egyptian scribe by the name of Ipuwer, he detailed the entire account, and everyone's been keeping quiet about it. One, the Egyptians don't want to talk about it because the Hyksos were in charge of Upper Egypt, where the Nile Delta was. They kicked them out at the end of the 17th Egyptian dynasty. And then Akhmos I, him and his brother, they kicked the Hyksos out of Egypt. Interesting part on the name Akhmos. Akhmos in Hebrew means the brother of Moses.
Wow.
So the Egyptians don't want to talk about it. Politically, no one wants to talk about it. But that's where Moses was, and the Hyksos kicked the Israelis. I think it was the Israelites, because the Hyksos were a Canaanite people that came into Egypt about the 12th Egyptian dynasty until the end of the 17th. Now, during the Exodus, the destroyer was in the skies over Egypt, and it caused a pole shift. If it were completely described how the stars all shifted to new positions, the sun and moon had new rising and setting positions, the growing seasons were completely out of whack, that's a pole shift. And several people tonight on Facebook were talking about the third secret of Fatima. Well, the late Pope John Paul II in 1980 warned about what was coming. He warned, what if it was in writing that the world's oceans would cover everything, killing millions within minutes? Why talk about it? He was describing a pole shift. See, just like Marshall Masters from Yowza, USA. Masters put out a really good video a while back. I know you can find it. It says, what if Nibiru came through and we were on the other side of the system? We wouldn't really feel anything. What if it came in and we were orbiting right towards it? We would feel a great deal. See, Nibiru comes through our solar system going clockwise. We orbit in our orbit counterclockwise. We're orbiting right towards it.
Hey,
That's
Bob.
why. Oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Yeah, I just had a thought that occurred to me as you were mentioning that about the close pass or the far pass, and what you were saying about how it would affect us here on Earth. Question, is there any documentation that you've found that talks about where the Anunnaki have talked about how it affects their planet if they come to us really close?
The only documentation, if you can call it that, was put forward by Zacharias Sitchin in all of his books, The 12th Planet. His best book, according to me, is The Lost Book of Enki.
Okay.
In tablet number 9, number 10, out of the 14 tablets that is put in the book, he totally describes how Nibiru's orbit was altered accidentally by a very rare alignment of 7 planets in our solar system from the Earth out to Pluto, causing Nibiru's orbit to be altered drastically, where it brought it in closer towards Mars and therefore towards us.
Do you think that might have been what ruined Mars' atmosphere? Was when that happened?
In the book, Zacharias Sitchin said that during the time we had the flood, during that one passage, it ripped off the atmosphere of Mars.
Yeah, okay.
So the Anunnaki had to completely shut down their smelting process, which was up on Mars. See, all the gold from Earth was sent up to Mars. They smelted it down into fine gold and sent that on to Nibiru. And that took care of Mars.
It's kind of like what we do. It's kind of like what we do here in the United States with our manufacturing. We send it overseas so they can they can take the consequences of the process and then kind of.
But
anyways,
since the consequences are so severe to the Anunnaki for not having the gold, that's why they never left. Okay?
I see, yes.
That's why all through the history, all through the religions, the Watchers, the Nephilim, all this stuff where they're always watching the Earth, they've been coming down and getting the gold anyway. Whether we're helping them, I think we're helping them now. That's why our technology is really just shot upwards in less than 100 years.
Oh, look at just 50 years. I mean, forget about 100 years or even 25 years. It's mind-boggling to think just even 10 years how crazy. I mean, but that's a whole other conversation, not for the Cosmic Cafe.
Exactly. We'll talk about a 3-hour show then. Jesus.
Yeah. Hey, real quickly, I did want to, for those that are joining us late, I did want to make sure that everybody knows that I have on the line with me Bob Evans. He's an expert on the planet Nibiru, the Anunnaki, also the planet Nibiru, which is also known as Planet X. He's been on my TV show now twice, the nationally broadcast show. And so I actually have some real short clips. So I think before we get into any more, maybe I just play some of these little short clips that I have. And I'm going to go ahead and make this screen a little bit bigger. Actually, why not make it big? Well, I was going to cover over my face, and so I kind of want to do that. Let me play. This is the very first show, episode in season 1, episode 7, where you have leaked NASA photos, and I'm just going to play the last clip, just as we are kind of winding up the show. and let folks see what happened if they haven't seen this episode. Okay, so here we go.
And you mentioned that slide number 9 that you just showed. That's a first-time exclusive that you've ever shared that
Exactly.
in public, right?
And some of these other ones, the slide number 10.
Okay, gentlemen, we're gonna have to break this up.
Who are you?
Are you Robert Henry Evans Jr.?
Yes, I am.
What's going
I'm
on?
gonna have to ask you to come with me, please, answer some questions.
What's going on
It's
here?
okay, we'll take you down to the agency. Sorry, sir, it's on a need-to-know basis.
What?
Come with me, sir.
What?
I still love
Bob,
that
what's going
scene.
on? Oh my gosh. Well, I guess folks, I'm sorry. I get. I don't know. Maybe Bob overstepped the bounds with NASA.
So that's what happened. You got hauled away by the Men in Black for, airing these leaked NASA photos. And we're very happy to have you back now. We were actually in the process of taping earlier this year with Dr. Sasha and Janet Lesson. They were talking about the Anunnaki and some other experiencers. And in fact, we were talking about the stuff that they do with experiencers, people who've been abducted by aliens or had other experiencer events. And we were actually really shocked to have you. Well, let me just play the clip. Here we go, everybody.
All right, so let me just ask you a brief question about those implants and everything. So it definitely is clear evidence that there's healing properties to that. And
Oh my goodness, where were you?
you made it out of the.
What happened?
The Men in Black let you go?
Well, I found out I was up in Petaluma all this time,
Petaluma.
and I had knocked up one of the guards and took his uniform and took the car. And the car ran out of gas about 10 miles from here, so I had to walk the rest of the way.
Oh my gosh.
They had you kept up in Petaluma. Well, I guess that's not any worse than Milpitas.
Yes. Yeah, I was able to get. I was able to talk to a lot of doctors of science, not medical, up there. And to answer one of your questions you mentioned earlier in the show, we were actually talking to at least 50 alien races.
Oh, yes, that question. Yes.
50 alien races.
That's a lot of races.
Eisenhower did not know what he was getting into back in 1954.
Well, let me have you hold that thought, because that's a good teaser. Let's play the last clip of you on the most recent episode for season 2, episode 3, which is broadcasting right now on our channel. Well, actually, all these shows are now broadcasting on our website as well. But let me go ahead and play that. So you hold that thought there for just a moment. That's a good teaser to let people hang in there. Let's go.
I'll also see about getting a link up on my show, the Cosmic Cafe site as well for you. So.
All right, gentlemen, we're gonna have to put a stop to this.
God,
Again.
And,
you said you had permission.
and she gave me permission to debunk.
You know that I take. Excuse me, Mr. Brown. Please remain seated.
My
Remain
my
seated.
shoulder's still a little
And
sore
you know that I
from
take
that.
my orders from Enlil. So I'm gonna have to ask you to step up, please, and get behind the chair.
I couldn't believe you
Jack,
got
turn
arrested
around, face
again.
forward.
So, but I'm glad you got away again, so you could be on
All
the
right.
show.
Told me everything's gonna be cool.
Let's go do this again.
Let's do this again.
This way, sir.
All right. Well, folks, I guess that's the end of my show with Bob. I guess good thing he got his website out information. But I don't know if he's going to be able to respond to any of your emails or what have you. Who knows when.
I guess you're responding to emails again, huh?
Yes, quite a lot. I have almost 1,000 emails a day.
Oh,
I
really?
have to go through.
And
yes.
not spam, I hope.
No.
Okay, that's good to hear.
President Eisenhower with the Bishop of Los Angeles, Francis McIntyre.
Yeah.
He did not know what he was getting into. You see, because the president before him, mind's going blank right now. He started the MJ-12 program.
Okay. Right.
And the
Now,
program taught.
probably just for those people that are kind of new to the paranormal, new to this, let's just real briefly, MJ-12 is the Majestic 12, which was started, and well, why don't you go ahead and just give them kind of just a real quick 30-second synopsis.
Well, Eisenhower thought he could go public with the aliens that he talked with, and they tied his hands. And early 1955, it pushed even further. He met the Anunnaki at Holloman Air Force Base in New Mexico.
Oh,
and
right.
that just, it threw everything right into the fan. And no one's been able to talk about it since. It's all been rumors, it's all been leaks. Pope Benedict, when he retired recently, a couple years back, he went after the Jesuits on a German radio show, saying that the Jesuits had an alien agenda.
He wasn't.
And the new Pope Francis has not said anything about that.
Interesting. Now, that wasn't misinterpreted as being, like. No. But I mean, what he clearly meant was extraterrestrial aliens, not like something that's different.
Exactly.
Okay.
Because the Vatican's been in on this since 1954.
Right. Right.
That's why Pope John Paul II warned in 1980 about the third secret of Fatima.
Now, do you think that the Vatican is intentionally trying to trivialize and cover up the whole notion that aliens even exist just to keep their power? Because it's like, wouldn't a lot of people, if it were absolutely 100% proven that aliens were out there to the general public, wouldn't they just kind of go, well, then what do I need this religion for? Because obviously it's not teaching me what.
And that is possibly why the Vatican, and I think it was 2008, said that they believe in aliens.
Go on record for it.
Exactly.
Yeah. Well, I mean, and there would be nothing wrong with saying we're all of God's creatures. Some just happen to live in this neighborhood, some happen to live in that neighborhood, but we're all God's creatures. There's nothing wrong with that.
Exactly. And I'm quite sure the Vatican has a nice, deep underground military base to make sure they're safe after this thing passes through.
Yeah.
Because this thing is it's going to be a big, bumpy ride. And there's going to be a new world order afterwards. I'm very certain of that.
And when do you think that? When are you estimating that this is going to happen? Should people start preparing now? Should they start storing water and food now, or is it something that we got time?
This thing will be clearly seen in the skies, chemtrails or not, probably about January or February of next year.
Oh, really? Wow. Of 2016.
Yes.
Okay.
It's being seen in our skies in parts of the world that don't have the chemtrails. Like over Italy, over China, over Japan. They've all been seeing it, but they've all been keeping quiet about it. People have been seeing it in the skies, but no one's talking about it anymore.
So when you're saying that it can be seen in the skies, are you just kind of making an analogy, are you saying that it would be as clear as when we see the moon? Sometimes, on a nice, bright, clear day, you see the moon up there and you go, oh, look, the moon. And
yes. For some reason, it's coming in over Europe because the Europeans are seeing more of it than we are here in the United States.
They probably have a bigger hole in their atmosphere than we do. See, we probably take care of our atmosphere, and they don't.
That's again possible. Here in Pacifica, one day it was perfectly clear sky.
Right.
Then I saw at least 7 high-flying planes putting these chemtrails in the sky,
Oh.
and it was completely clouded afterwards.
You know, that happened to me once. I was out hiking out to the bay, and I even posted this on my Twitter and Facebook. It was real nice and clear, and you could clearly see the contrails from the normal jets that go up there. They were there, and they're like small and skinny. But then, like you said, like a group of planes came in and did like a crisscross, and it just went everywhere, and suddenly, poof, it was, I mean, no more sun, no nothing. It got cold, and I was just like, whoa, you know, that kind of sucked.
Exactly.
Luckily, I was on my
People-
way back from the hike, so you know, it didn't kill my hike too bad, but it was very weird how that happened. So I guess I could say I personally experienced it myself.
Many people across the United States sent me their photographs where it's just starting to show something in the sky, that here's one trail after another, after another, after another, and they photographed them.
Yeah, that's what I did.
Minutes later, it wasn't clear anymore. You couldn't see it.
Yeah, it was just like cloud, just solid clouds.
Exactly.
It was crazy. And I mean, you could definitely tell the difference because there were contrails, because right over here in the San Francisco Bay Area, there's planes landing at San Francisco Airport and Oakland Airport. So there's contrails. So
Exactly.
you know, they're in the sky, but they don't spread like that. And then boom, these just spread. It was crazy. It was really crazy.
Well, this is why they built all the deep underground, or DUMBs, as they call them, all around the planet. This is also why they made all the emergency seed vaults all around the planet. The largest one is right there in Denver, Colorado. Okay?
Okay.
The small Vard seed vault used to be called the Doomsday Seed Vault because 60 Minutes caught wind of who paid for it.
Oh, we always pay.
The world's billionaires. They were on a list from Rockefeller, Bill Gates, all the way down. They paid for the small Vard seed vault.
Mm.
Just like in the movie 2012, all the billionaires paid for the arks, where they had a nice seat on and they were all saved.
Well, I think we're starting to digress a little bit far from Anunnaki and the planet X and Nibiru. And
Yes, no.
I know,
Okay.
I know. I don't want to get too far off the range, though, or else people might tune out.
My wife and I went to the island of Malta last year. So I was seeing the Maltese cross everywhere. I came back, and one of my friends changed his picture on Facebook, showing a rarely seen carving of an Anunnaki on a wall. Okay, cool.
Okay, yeah,
But
that's
this
cool.
this Anunnaki has a chain around his neck. None of the others ever did. And at the end of the chain was the Maltese cross.
Interesting.
And I went, whoa. So I had to research that. It turned out that in the 1100s, when the Hospitallers and the other guys had the cross on their chest. Can't remember the name right now. They were told to wear this thing. This
Templars?
was the mark of Templars. Yes.
Yeah.
This was the mark of Cain. Okay, the Pope told them to wear it.
Okay.
Okay. Now, if you ever read the book, the Lost Book of Enki, Cain was a human hybrid. So after the Templars became very, very, very powerful and very, very powerful rich, they started the Illuminati, the Rosicrucians, and the Freemasons. So a lot of people think, and I do the same, that the Holy Grail is not a cup, it's a bloodline. Because the Anunnaki hybrids that are still living, they have long lives.
Yeah.
So they're put into every industry, every power base. Freemasons started the United States. And almost every president since then has been a Freemason. What if, I'm just saying, what if they're guiding us toward a certain future? Because in the Lost Book of Enki, after the Anunnaki almost nuked the Earth with 7 nuclear weapons, what's that place over there in India that showed signs of heavy radiation?
Oh, yeah.
Yes, I can't remember the name right now. Okay? They decided to hand the Earth over to the humans. And that's where the Sumerians was the first civilization. And then on upwards.
Yeah.
So I think we're being pushed, driven a certain way with the technology towards the next level. Everyone says that we're supposed to enter into the 4th level or 3rd level, whichever one it is. And I think, because the Georgia Guidestones were created back in, I think, 1979. And the guy, his name was Rosa Crucian. That's the only name that still exists as the one person who paid for it.
Interesting.
I'm sorry, Rosa Crucian.
That's a pretty amazing coincidence. Hey, Bob, we're getting here really up to an hour, so we should probably cut the show here. That's a good way to leave it as a cliffhanger for people. They can get all this. They can get all this on your website. Is that correct?
Yes.
Okay.
On the, you have to click on Facebook. You have to click on Robert H. Evans Jr. You have to click on to be a friend. I'm very far behind trying to add all the friends. And once you're a friend, then you can see everything I've been posting now for several years on all the photographs, everything.
And you also have your website, Starships Around the Sun.
Called Starships Around the Sun. So starshipsaroundthesun.com. And that also has photographs from the some of the images that has been seen, is still being seen on the SOHO stereo behind, stereo ahead satellites. Even though they said they fixed all the glitches back in 2012, it's still showing this big ship, which, by the way, is the same type of ship that matches what the ancient Zoroastrian religion over in Iran. They called it the Ahura Mazda.
Yeah, you showed that on the both episodes, I believe, when you visited us at the cafe for the broadcast show. So, well, hey, with that, we're 7:55. Let me go ahead and wrap things up, and thank you very much for your time. And too bad we couldn't make it on Skype this time, but we'll definitely do it next time for sure. I'm sure people would much rather look at your face talking to them rather than my face going up and down nodding, and
too bad we couldn't talk about the film Occupants.
Well, the film Occupants, yes, Russ was on last Thursday, and I take it you saw that episode where Russ was on and talked about Occupants?
Yes, I did.
Yes,
and I saw the trailer. That's a fantastic film. Oh God!
That's he's got some exciting projects coming up in the future, and that's all I'm going to say about that. Definitely don't want to spoil what the awesomeness of what he's got going on with the Occupants, but I tell you what, I can't wait till he's here in the Bay Area to do one of the indie premieres. So we'll get some of the first looks at it, the full feature length, that is, not just the short videos he brought to the cafe the other day. But with that, I wanted to also mention that you're like he's there, folks, but his phone or something. It's like I can hear him barely coming out. I don't know what happened to the thing here. There we go. Must have been my high quality iPhone. But anyways, yeah, we're drawing to an hour here, so we should definitely wrap this up. But I did want to quickly mention that you will be at our studio. We're going to be taping a new show with you, which should hopefully come out really good. If
It should be very interesting, yes.
if everything goes well, folks, we're going to have Bob regressed to a very monumental event, and we're going to do it on the show. We won't be able to show you everything, but if Bob gives us permission, we'll show you most of what happens, and we might even live stream some of that as well. But some very, very interesting things should happen with Laurie McDonald regressing Bob, and Laurie's show will actually start streaming live. It's on television networks on the 60 plus TV stations nationwide right now. We give them a month to play with it, so her show will start streaming in early January, probably just about in time for for you to see that when we do the studio taping. But with that tease and all the other teases, make sure you go see Bob on Facebook. Make sure you go to his website to get all the details. Of course, if you didn't get a chance to write them all down, they're right there on my website, CosmicCafeShow.com. And under guests, you can click on Bob's name, and it has the links to his website, his Facebook. It also has links to both shows, which are pretty awesome. So if you haven't seen them yet, go ahead and check them out. Also, make sure you hook up with us socially on Facebook, Twitter, all that stuff. Let me get those up here, and let me get there we go. There's our social sites for Cosmic Cafe Show. So it's pretty easy. Facebook /Cosmic Cafe Show, Twitter /Cosmic. You see it there on the slide. So that's pretty much it for today's daily specials. Please check back tomorrow. Yes, we'll be here tomorrow and Wednesday, and then we're taking the 24th and 25th off, and then we'll be back the following week. And I actually already have lined up a guest next week, Devin, who has some pretty awesome cattle mutilations and UFO sightings out by Area 51. So she's going to be on next week. So looking forward to that. Super excited to have her here. Bob, been super excited to have you here. Thanks again for joining us at the cafe and for our daily specials. And all of you out
there. Thanks for asking me.
Bob, it's been a real pleasure always having you on. And everybody out there, have yourself a great evening. We'll see you tomorrow night. Don't forget, we still have 2 new Amazon Fire tablets, which are being given away this week, and they'll probably go tomorrow. So make sure you get out there and like and share and follow us on Twitter if you're not following us, and maybe you'll be the lucky person that wins the